from the closed beta. When I stream Gwent, I'll be drinking tea all the time. How's it going, everyone? King Blacktooth here, and welcome to another match commentary video where I'm going to commentate through the match from Gamescom. So in previous commentary matches, some of the plays weren't particularly great because, for example, maybe someone was inexperienced that was playing, so they didn't quite know how things worked, which we couldn't expect them to do. They were probably getting coached, but maybe they were on a time limit and they didn't get quite enough chance to physically explain everything that was going to happen and some of the interactions and stuff. Or maybe they just made plays because they wanted to show certain cards off, and maybe they wanted to show certain abilities off, so they made plays then, rather than worrying about who's going to win. That's not really what they were going for. But in this particular match, I think both players actually played particularly well. They played the cards in the right sort of sequence. I think some aspects could be improved, but for the most part, both people seem to know what they were doing. So this one is a pretty good match to show off Scoia'tael and Northern Realms, the power of those decks. So sit back and relax, and I'll see you sometime soon. Take care, guys. So how's it going, guys? Here I am. Again, I commentate from this sort of area. Again, I'm going to cover up the webcam that they use just so it doesn't distract you. Now, this particular match is really good, and they actually do really good commentary. So before we get started, I just want to say, if you want to watch this match, I think this is probably one of the best matches to watch because they're pretty funny, they've got good commentary, and they have a joke. So I think this is definitely a match you want to watch. So the match is going to be Northern Realms Foltest promotion deck versus Scoia'tael's Brotherhood stalling special card deck. Okay. So to begin with, Scoia'tael maybe consider that Northern Realms is very siege heavy in this particular deck, so might want to keep Torrential Rains in hand if possible. Northern Realms here, I think they chose to replace one of those Dunbanner Heavy Cavalry. They got Roach. He's just explaining Roach. He's going to re-roll that because that's a useless card in your hand that gets played automatically. Reaver Scout, I would have preferred to keep the Dunbanner Heavy Cavalry, to be honest. I think they were worth a lot more, but I think he did it just to see if he could get some variants, so he's got more to talk about. Priscilla's going to work really well with the Dunbanner. He's got a nice spy there. +2 from Zoltan Animal Tamer. Though he's pretty good, a pretty good deck there. Scoia'tael has made the opponent go first. That's pretty common in terms of Gamescom so far. Make the opponent goes first on the very first round. Don't normally do that. We've recently learned that if two Scoia'tael players are played against each other and they both choose the opponent to go first, or they both choose for themselves to go first, it's random. But that could be subject to change. So they'll flip a coin if that happens. Okay, so Northern Realm goes first. What would you play first? We've got a few things. I think the spy is the best thing to go for first. Just sort of get some card advantage on the board. You don't want to commit anything else down yet. I think the added card that you're going to get from the spy and maybe losing a round is going to give you more flexibility and really solidify your strategy. So for some reason the video cut here, but he did play the spy first, and then the Northern Realms player played Regus. This is a good choice because it's Death Wish, and if he's got loads of Mahakaman Guards or Dwarven Mercenary with Resilient, this is not actually wasting a turn because the Death Wish will give you strength next turn as well. And then the Northern Realms player chose to place down his Reaver Scout. This will play a random card from your deck, specials and heroes included, and it chose Clear Weather. So he does have one in his deck, but is getting used automatically, which is bad, but it did stall a turn, and you are giving the opponent some strength. I really think that maybe he should have not bothered played Reaver Scout, because Reaver Scout is like a spy, but it really just aids your side of the board, if you know what I mean. You're giving them 2 strength, which is negligible, but really you're going for something on your side of the board. So he's kind of a scout, a spy you'd play when you want something on your side of the board. So it's Scoia'tael's turn, and let's see what he goes for. At the minute he's doing it good. I'm expecting some form of either Death Wish or Resilient card. Very common from Scoia'tael. Okay, Dwarven Mercenary, so this is Resilient, which means he's going to stay on the board unless he gets removed in some way. He's nicely protected from behind with the Reaver Scout, so he had an Epidemic, but you can't use him. But he's also protected by Regus, which is really nice. And he's protected from a Scorch from the Spy. So, really well protected. Weather is the best thing that can happen for the Northern Realms player. So he decided to pass. This is a good strategy because he's only given the opponent's strength. It's a bit too high. And so, yeah, that was pretty good. Because now he's going to get another card for his deck ability. So he's got a massive card advantage. But the Scoia'tael win the first round. Winning the first round is really, really important because you can stall the next game, the next round really, really easily. The more cards are going to come out. We saw Regus get transformed. He's a one-time use. So now he's a 10 strength bat. Vampire form. The Scoia'tael's got to go first here because they won the round. Now normally this is where you'd use their Scoia'tael deck ability to make the opponent go first so you gain card advantage, but... Okay, a Smuggler. This is going to be... So what you can expect is there's going to be an Elven Mercenary possibly. A lot of special cards going to be played. The Northern Realms is playing his Kedwani Siege Expert, so you can expect him to start putting down these Dunbanner Heavy Cavalry, which is really nice. Another Resilient. Again, that the Resilient are protected by the Smuggler, and that's maybe why he put him down. That'd be a really good reason to put the Smuggler down, just to protect the Resilient guys from the epidemic. So he's put down his Dunbanner Heavy Cavalry. This is gaining +2 before its promotion by the Kedwani. I would have liked to see down Priscilla first, because then she would double them, so he would be on 16 strength. But that's one little misplay in my opinion. So another Smuggler. So any special cards that come out are going to just add basically +4 strength to both of those, which is really, really strong. It might be worth epidemicking both of those. I think I would definitely do that now, because they could become very, very troublesome later on. And he doesn't have a Scorch in his hand, the Northern Realms player, so definitely worth trying to epidemic those before he can protect them. He might not be able to protect them, because if the Scoia'tael player could protect them, he would have protected them already, I think, before he placed them down. But he may play a special card, and then they would actually be in range of the Resilient guys. So it might be better to play a special card and then epidemic them. Wow. Oh no, but you got Kedwani on the board. Damn. Okay, so that was good. Getting rid of those is a big blow to the Scoia'tael player. I don't know, the Scoia'tael player has chosen to pass. I was about to say, it seems like if he hasn't got any more Resilient things or any Death Wishes, passing now just means the Northern Realms player is going to have to use maybe 1, maybe 2 particular cards. You want him to have to use maybe 2, but I think he can do it with... No, he's going to have to use 2 cards here, I think. Oh, and a Roach! Damn, son. Okay, well, there you go. That was very clever. There's a strategy that you've got to be aware of if you put Roach in your deck. You could put down a hero and get a free Roach. So he's going to get +2. I think the red one, that one is better. That will -2 off. It wouldn't have really mattered. Roach went on the siege, so +2, -2 is the same thing. But he's won with 1 card. That is impressive because of Roach. I never accounted for Roach. We knew he had him in his deck because of the redraw phase, but I just never took it into account. So Northern Realms can pass here. But he's just having a look through his cards. Priscilla's going to be really good next turn. And what's really good about Priscilla is that when you place them, if they get rid of him, or her, sorry, the same for Dandelion, if they get rid of it, the Commander's Horn is still there. It stays on the board. So it's a very good epidemic protector. So if it's Northern Realms, oh, he doesn't have any epidemic or anything. Because those Dwarven Mercenaries would have been great to get rid of. Placing down John Natalis, that's going to be a 10 strength. +2 for everything else on your side of the board that's not hero, which is really good. It brought Roach straight back on. So Scoia'tael, what's he got in his hand? He must have Elven Mercenary. It's very common. Oh, wow. She's pretty good. If he's got a Commander's Horn like row, that's going to be a really powerful row. Priscilla's a good choice, I think. We're getting ready for the Dunbanner Heavy Cavalry. She actually Commander's Horns herself to 2 strength. So she's always 2 strength. Oh wow! So we've seen the Dolblafana Marksman. They're 3, getting +2 from Morin. So he's got a reasonable amount of strength there. A Fog would like just completely obliterate that entire row, but he hasn't got one. That's where you might want to keep the Reaver Scout for, to be honest, in my opinion. Okay, so I think he's going to put down... I think the best thing he can do is put down the heavy cavalry. Shani cannot medic out the Dun banner from the graveyard because he is a hero card. So when they get promoted, they actually stay as hero when they're in the graveyard. So... Oh, he's going to choose it. Let me see if I'm right. Yep, there you go. So, it'd be nice. Do you think you'd be able to cancel it from then? Doesn't look like you'd be able to cancel it because your card is already on the board. But he got doubled from the Commander's Horn and promoted. So that's really good. You have to be careful though. At the minute, he hasn't got anything to bring out with the medic. Oh, a Scorch. Oh, Priscilla. But that's a bad card now because you've already got the Commander's Horn. Although, you know, she is 10 strength. That's because she gets +2 and +2 again. So she's 5 strength, then doubled by Commander's Horn. Well, that's a really nice card. Dunbanner Heavy Cavalry is doing wonders. Ah! Nature's Gift. Very smart play because she knows it's going to be a Scorch. Or Dandelion knows it's going to be a Scorch. So now you can actually use the medic on the Dunbanner Heavy Cavalry because it didn't get a chance to promote, so you can bring it back. Priscilla's not a good choice because you've already horned. The person playing Northern Realms, coaching, actually says this, so that's really good. Smart thinking there. And that's going to go straight up back up to 20. And we'll see if he's got another Scorch available. He does have Bruverhoog, which is probably... There's guaranteed to be that Scorching Dragon, Mike Brucky, or whatever his name is. I bet that's going to come out now. Which is a very smart play. Very, very smart play. There we go. So, yeah, that's got rid of that. We do have Foltest. We could duplicate the Medic, which I think is the only option. You don't want to duplicate Roach. So, yeah, that's guaranteed to happen. And then we're bringing that guy out again. Fighting over the Dunbanner Heavy Cavalry. But that's smart. I mean, it's a very close game. The Scoia'tael player has 1 card left. And Northern... Okay, Alvin Mercenary. Double... well, +2 from Moron. And we got a Decoy, which is just a stall. But now we know what that card is. Which is really dangerous. Hold on a minute, guys. This is a pivotal moment for the Northern Realms player. We've got 1 card. We know what the opponent's next card is. And this is all riding down to it. So you may be tempted to play the Commander's Horn on your ranged row, because it's the only row you got available, and get 6 more strength. However, the Alvin Mercenary is coming down next turn. And so we've got a couple of options it could be. It could be a random special card from his deck. I'm not quite sure what he's got in his deck, so it's hard to differentiate what it's going to be. But if you play that Commander's Horn and it pulls out a Nature's Gift, then you're giving them a Commander's Horn, and their Commander's Horn will get a lot more strength than what yours would. Yours would just get you 6 strength. Theirs would double their entire ranged row, which would be pretty much, I think, double 39. So I actually personally think don't play the Commander's Horn and take a gamble on Nature's Gift. It's the only thing you can do, I think. Any other special card he gets is not going to win him the game unless it's Commander's Horn straight out of his deck. Scorch won't win him the game because it will just get rid of maybe 2 8s, but he's got some 8s resilient on his side, so he doesn't actually win any strength from that. Weather cards won't work because the majority of your stuff is promoted, in my opinion. You'd lose 14 strength, he would lose maybe 5. So that would be fine. You know, I think the only thing to do is Commander's Horn from his main deck or Nature's Gift after you've played your Commander's Horn. So, in my opinion, don't play Commander's Horn. We'll see. Alright, they are going to play Commander's Horn. What do you guys think about that? You gain 6 strength, and we'll see if this is a Nature's Gift. Nature's Gift, Commander's Horn, or out of the deck Commander's Horn is the only thing that can win in the game at the moment. We'll see. I think, anyway. Here we go. Nature's Gift! Yo! I'm fucking the best! See what I mean? Don't play the Commander's Horn, you have to bet on it. It would have been a decoy. Now, if we would have got to that area, so obviously Scoia'tael won because they just doubled 36 there. But if it was Nature's Gift, I think the last thing played was decoy, so would have just picked up the Elven Mercenary again. She would have got another shot. Basically, she would have kept going until she did pull a special card out of her deck. So it could have still lost if you pulled a Commander's Horn straight out of the deck, but I don't know what card she has in her deck. She hasn't had a Commander's Horn in her entire hand, as far as I'm aware, so maybe there are no Commander's Horn in that deck. Maybe it's just decoys and just Nature's Gifts, which is what I expect that deck to sort of have. So there you go, guys. Sometimes it's good not to play a card because you have to anticipate what the opponent's got. That was a perfect scenario displaying that strategy. Don't play the Commander's Horn because you're just going to get 6, and if they get a Nature's Gift, they're going to get 36 from it. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that. I enjoyed that one a lot. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. All right?